once it gets cool.
Okay. The whole hour?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going. The first message I get is, it's bad, very bad. What? Yeah, they're watching you. Yeah. What are those fancy ass streaming setup you got going on there, bud?
The fan is still going
Oh, my computer?
on.
Yeah, it's very, very working very hard. Does it use Serum Reverb? Thank you. Oh, he actually likes it. This was all a joke. He was just playing with my emotions.
It was a con.
Moment of silence for Uncle Joe. Sorry for your loss. Thank you so much. I'm really grieving. Although, as I showed in the video, it's actually quite nice having him be dead, which I'll explain for you who didn't watch it. Cool. So welcome everyone. For those of you who don't know, I put out a track today. It's called The Algorithm. You guys can check it out on my YouTube channel. I did a video breakdown and also on my Spotify. So there's my shameless self-promotion of the day. And if you don't check it, well, there goes my self-worth. Because that's entirely tied to the number of streams I get per day.
He's not joking.
I'm really not joking. So today I'm going to talk about the track some more. You guys can roast me. Maybe we can talk about some of the sound design that I didn't get a chance to show off in the video. So that'd be pretty cool. And then, hopefully we'll have time to roast some of your tracks, because probably by the end of this I'm going to be so hurt that I will have to go back to the only thing that brings me any sort of self-worth, which is roasting other people's tracks. For making such a good track, your audio on your microphone is really shit. It's a good point. I'm sorry.
You didn't record your album through your computer input.
The entire album was recorded through my computer, my laptop speaker, into GarageBand. This is just a screenshot. Is this the one where you spent way too long on the final keyboard solo?
No.
This is not that one.
No.
Do I have another t-shirt? No. I don't have another t-shirt.
We were sitting on the floor yesterday, and I was like, from where I'm sitting, just from where I'm sitting, I can see 3 holes in the back.
I like this shirt. There's nothing wrong with liking a shirt.
Your mom has a picture of you wearing the shirt, and I was like, oh, is that from college? And you were like, no, it's high school.
Yeah, I was like 16 wearing this shirt. Well, no, actually, that was my senior picture. So I got this like the day before the senior year of high school.
To flex on the honeys?
Well, me and my friend...
Did it do it?
Me and my friend Waylon, shout out to Waylon, went to Ross.
Wow.
And I got this shirt from Ross. This is something I bought for myself. My mom did not buy this, contrary to popular belief.
Wow.
That was the beginning of my manhood.
That was your loss of innocence.
That was my loss of innocence, shopping at Ross.
At Ross?
For the first time.
Ross is good.
How do we explain Ross to those people who are not in America? Ross is like the
it's a store. What do you mean? How do I explain it?
It's just a clothing store.
It's complicated. Who's to say?
I'm really new to this channel. How do I post a song I made for a roast and I already joined the Discord? You join the Discord, you put it in roast before post, you always roast somebody else before you post, and then hopefully one day I get to roast it up on here. Were you nervous for this release? Did lots of stuff end up on the cutting room floor? Yeah, ooh. I was very nervous, and I am.
I hate when you leave shit on the floor.
Like this shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very nervous, and I agonized over every single detail. I guess I didn't really cut too many tracks. No, maybe like one or two tracks that I made that I didn't ever really finish,
Yeah.
I just scrapped. But for the most part, if I'm going to spend hours and hours on the track, hopefully, at a certain point I'll know it's good and worthwhile. Ross is where you dress for less. Thank you, Brandon. Have you considered growing your beard back? No, it's itchy. I like this. I like the sort of stubble. It's nice.
Okay.
What provider do you use for uploading? Oh, I use DistroKid. DistroKid is great. Have you heard of Beauty Man? Yeah, he follows this channel. Can we roast him instead? No, he doesn't deserve that. Will you become GOAT and perform Stadium? What does that mean? That's awesome. How many hours went into the album?
Oh my god.
Geez, I don't know. What do you think? Like hundreds, probably. Probably hundreds. I would say probably like 300. Blink twice if she won't let you grow your beard out. No, this is perfectly. This is entirely my decision. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna play the track real quick, and you guys can roast me. All right. See if you guys can hear that. Hopefully. Yep. Let me mute the mic for a sec. Cool. So that was the track. Let's go through it, talk about a few things. So in the video, the breakdown video on my YouTube channel, I discussed how I made this sound. So I'm going to skip that and move on to the next interesting sound. Didn't really talk about the drums, but they sound like this. And let's see what we got here. So this hi-hat, just a sample. I got these hand claps. I noticed how each clap sample sounds slightly different. So I think I'm cycling between 4 different clap samples, and it just helps make the whole thing sound a little bit more lifelike. Alright. Let's see, let's keep going. So then we add another open hi-hat, which is very close to a 909, but not quite.
I don't think so.
No, not quite. Let's go, that passed. Okay. And then there's this glitch lead, which I also talked about in the video. Basically, I made that using a fuck ton of chopping up, manually glitching it out. Back to the drums, adding an extra hi-hat layer for a little bit more energy. Sizzle says, I would listen to this in the darkness of a club basement in Berlin with my hand coming out of some German dude's throat and tickling another's asshole. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Oh, here we go. So I actually didn't talk about how I made this in the video. So let's go ahead and check it out. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and open up the original production session. Because I've bounced everything onto audio here, so let's check it out. Here I go. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what people are saying. Video is lagging for me, but audio is fine. Word up. Sonagoon says, you really do suck at producing, huh? Well, fooled you guys. Let's see here. Okay, middle section was trash. Everything else was A+. Okay, thank you. Alright, so let's check out this ARP here. Clicking and dragging that from the production session over to the mix session. My computer's fucking up. Damn. I really need to ask Jay back for my other computer. Because that would be really nice. Anyways, here's the ARP. Sounds like this. Alright, so let's see how I made this. I got Valhalla like I have on every track. Oh, there it goes. Let's just loop that. Crazy ass compression to just completely squash it. And then I've got Sweet Serum open, and I'm using 2 oscillators. And the cool thing about this patch is that I've mapped the panning to this stepped LFO so that it just bounces around in the stereo field. And by the way, if you ever want to create these steps in your LFO and Serum, I think all you have to do is hold down Option Shift and click and drag, and you can create these crazy steps. And you can map it to all sorts of cool things, like for example the chorus pitch, and it'll sound like this. Maybe let's change the rate here. Sick. Crazy. Create some microtonal free jazz. Jesus Christ. That's terrifying. You like that, man? Yeah, that's great. So you can do that. It's pretty cool. But I don't have that. I just have oscillator A and B kind of running with this filter that's slowly opening up. That I've just automated. A little bit of this noise attack to create some clickiness. And I just got hyperdimension to widen it up. And a little bit of the Sweet Serum reverb. Plus the Valhalla. that's how I made that sound. Pretty cool. Let's see here. You can mod the X and Y of the nodes in Serum Elefona with the mod wheels. Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy, but I did not upgrade, so I do not have that. Okay, let's keep it going. The video is 15 seconds behind the audio. Yikes. I don't know. Okay, and then I have this dub piano here. So you'll see eventually, once all the tracks are out, that I've used this dub piano sound in pretty much every track on the album over and over again. So let me just go ahead and show you guys how I did that. I'm going to find the original, click and drag it over. Have I heard of John Hopkins? Yes, this is the John Hopkins. What's that?
The hospital?
Yeah, the hospital. Yeah, that's where I go to get tested for coronavirus. Staying topical, you know, that's what YouTubers do, right? Oh, looks like I had this frozen. But basically, shit, where's the original here? I guess I have it just frozen. Basically, the way I did that was I got Spitfire Lab soft piano and put just the built-in Ableton audio effect rack called Dev Echo on it, and it sounds like this. Plus a little bit of OTT. And that's all that sound really is. I use that sound on pretty much every track of the album. The video is 15 seconds behind the chat, not the audio.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yikes. Let's see here. Not this behind. I feel you are great at technical things in theory, but isn't that you are losing the whole picture? The music is about emotions and communication. Just saying. What do you think, Dave? Am I losing the whole picture?
What is that in response to?
I don't know.
Oh.
Literally never watched a stream where the video was on time. I guess he's referring to just the chat versus the video lag.
Yeah.
Good job making a track without your super max CPU exploding. Thank you. And then I have this kind of breakdown section. Hey, look, people are saying, your girl seems nice for supporting your music.
Oh, I don't think that's nice. Just like the minimum.
Aww,
I don't know.
thank you.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. Yo, just to reiterate, the audio and the video are in sync. The chat is not, which is obviously normal. Gotcha. Cool, thank you. This is the music that plays when you're staring at your friends that passed out on the floor at a house party. Okay?
I haven't stared at my friends in so long.
Dude, I wish I could stare at my friends.
I know.
Even if they're asleep, just watch them sleep
Yeah.
for hours.
Yeah.
That would be so great. How do you feel about going on outdoor walks while maintaining distance and wearing masks with
My
your
friend
friends?
sent me a picture of her backyard in which they resituated their chairs around the fire pit and we put string lights up, and she said that we can come over and like sit away from each other.
Can you do that?
I might, not soon. I don't know. Not soon. I don't know.
Yep, this is why I make music, to forget. Oh boy. Alright, and then I made this 8-bit art. Let's see how I made that. So, I'm going to go to Machine Learning once again, check out the original. Are all your percussion parts programmed as pure MIDI, or do you use a step sequencer? No, they're pure MIDI. It needs some glitch hot Foley, okay? Thank you for the constructive
I
feedback.
have a lot of that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is already mixed and mastered. It's done.
Right, and released. There's nothing you guys could say or do that would make me change anything about this. It's done. But thank you for the feedback. How nice. Jared says, how nice. My girl wants to strangle me when I make, quote, laser and robot sounds.
Show her how to make them. Maybe she'll have fun making them too.
That's a good point.
Maybe she'll make something better.
Good tip. Probably would make something better. Uncle Joe, I missed you already. Okay. Alright, so I have this 8-bit art. Looks like, I think it's the exact same sound. I just put, bit crusher on it, so that's not too interesting. Let's keep it going. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at the percussion we got going on here.
Cool.
Cool. So a lot of these sounds are by my boy Blake Scouron. I think all these Blake perks, that's all him. Just chopped up. But the hi-hat loop, I think I made that by just all the glitches and stuff in that, just by taking this little piece of audio right here, kind of like I showed in the video, turning on warp, and just doing something like that, and changing the beats. Like, for example, like that, creating that sort of glitch effect just by stretching it out. You can try tones.
Would you say that you look for a tone?
I look for a tone. No, that's the cardinal sin of EDM, babe. You never look for a tone.
Somebody in a podcast I was listening to, they were like, obviously they weren't talking about music. They said, "Oh, the cardinal sin," and in my head I was like, "Of EDM, yes."
No.
Autofill.
Oh no. Yo, so when I use Serum and use multivariant compression, there's sometimes a clicking noise when the sound ends. How do you avoid this? External compression. Yeah, I have the same issue too. Dude, I just resample to audio, then manually turn down the click. That's probably the best way to do that, because it's just the compressor letting go. It's the sound of the compressor just stopping. And yeah, I don't really have a foolproof solution for that. Maybe if you turn up the release time on a compressor, it won't just let go immediately. I don't know. Alright, let's see what else I got here. I got this cute little bloop I made. So let's see how I made that. Yeah, I did that.
That was like...
It's a sound that I was like trying to rip off Blake for that, but yeah, I think it was me. Maybe it was Blake. I don't know. Yeah, you can also use a gate for that little click thing. Certainly helps, but yeah, it's just kind of a feature of the thing. Oh yeah, looks like I did make this. Cool. Really simple. All I'm doing is operator, default algorithm, get it, and then I just got oscillator A, which is a sine wave, and then oscillator B, which is a sawtooth wave, and I've just tuned the chorus up. And you can get like sort of a bit crushing effect just by adjusting the chorus. And then just a little bit of Valhalla chorus to widen it, and that's it. Pretty simple. Cool. Where do you get all your samples from? Would you recommend Splice, or do you use other websites? All these samples sounding clean as fuck. Well, shit. Some of them I made, some of them I got from sample packs, predominantly off Splice, but some on Splice. So don't use Splice personally anymore, but it's a really great way to get dope sounds. When I use some samples, there's a click pop at the end of it. How do you get rid of it? Just just do a quick fade out at the end, and then the pop goes away. Alright. And then I have this. So let's see how I made that. So I think for that one I used the Lounge Lizard. If it ever loads. Sponsored by Walhalla Shimmer. Yep. Damn right it is. Oh, by the way, I got 200,000 subscribers yesterday. Thank you so much for reminding me. Wow. She made me a cake last year when I got 100,000. That was one delicious cake. Man. Appreciate that. It's coffee, it's chocolate.
I didn't do anything yesterday.
That's okay. 200,000? No one gives a shit about
I
200,000.
do. You do.
100,000, then maybe you get another cake at a million.
I just want cake.
I just want a cake. Me too. Alright, this one looks like, let me take all this shit off. Yeah, it looks like I'm using the Lounge Lizard here. The weird thing about this patch is that there's no decay. It just sustains indefinitely. I think I'm using the Sustacorus patch, which I guess never decays. So I had to put an envelope on there and map it to the utility to create the decay. Then a little bit of tape, which doesn't seem to do much, honestly. And then camel pressure. Just squash it a little bit. And that's it. Pretty sick. Hello, not sure if anyone's mentioned it already, but there's a constant background hissing sound coming through your mic. Don't worry, I'm aware. I'm using my laptop mic, just like I've done for the entire album. Very creative, great sound design. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Alright. Yeah, I don't really know how to fix the hissing, honestly. Maybe one thing, shit, maybe I wish OBS used plugins. Here's something that I can try. I have an idea. Let me do this. Audio, built-in mic. Oh, there's probably gonna. Oh, I realize why this is not gonna work. Never mind. Sorry. I'll just get a better mic. Jeez, I need a better fucking mic. All right. Let's get rid of the sedated roads. Let's keep it going. Piano lead. I don't think I'm using the soft piano by Spitfire for that one. I think I'm using the Arturia Mini Lab. Put my O's through ozone. Yeah. Inspired by John Hopkins, yeah, blatantly ripped off by John Hopkins. And at first it sounded like Catronata also, which is why I called it Catra Hopkins. Very creative song. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, then I have this sound, which I've used in every track of mine for like the past 5 years. I'm going to go ahead and pull that in. Rode Video Mic Pro Shotgun External Mic. That is a good investment. But I think I already have a Rode Shotgun mic. And is that your house?
Sorry.
That's okay.
When we put all of our stuff together,
Yeah.
it'll be in one place.
Yeah. The hissing is fine. People are crybabies. Do you take inspiration from any artist for your sound design? Some of your basses giving me Virtual Riot vibes. I think I actually used a Virtual Riot kick in this track, so thank you, Virtual Riot. But in terms of sound design, I would say Moody Good, Blake Scouron, Copycat are my top 3 inspirations. So let me go ahead and shout out Copycat. So this is the original sound. It's just my friend Drake from college.
Drake Bell?
Yeah, Drake Bell, Drake and Josh, me and him had a really wild time in college together. But that's him dueling on guitar. And then I have this Heavy Guitar 2 preset from Ableton. It's just a built-in thing. And then I have this audio effect rack that I made that I guess distorts it a little bit more. And then this guitar feedback thing I made using the echo. And if you turn up the feedback on this, it creates this really fucked up, distorted guitar sound.
It's so good.
So this is the sound that I used all over the Vans remix to create that atmosphere. And I'm running that through reverb and then Piano Crusher. That's creating the crunch.
You don't like the reverb built into the echo?
No, well, I guess I am using that plus another reverb. If I took this reverb off, I don't know, it doesn't sound as roomy. But yeah, that's that sound. Pretty cool. Strings. So I think for the strings I'm using Spitfire again, and then I think I'm just manually automating the volume there to create the fades. Let me just double check that though. Alright. Guys, I'm not here to complain about the quality of your mic, just wanted to say thank you for the content. I learned so much thanks to you. Really appreciate that, man. Somebody said that you look like Lana Del Rey.
I'm Asian.
Sick.
Big nose.
Alright. Oh yes, I am using Labs. And then I'm just automating the gain here. Create those fades. A little bit of acoustic cascade to create sort of this phasey effect. And then the concert hall shimmer.
What is that, auto filter?
No, it's just utility. It's just
No, they're that.
this is a phaser.
Ah, I never used them.
I use this preset all the fucking time. Cool. You can automate it.
Maybe people can see my tattoos.
Babe, you look like Halsey right now with your tatted sleeves. You should call yourself Ashley.
Oh my god.
your hood alter ego. Ooh, that gives it like a Daft Punk character. Cool. What level or mastery of piano would you say you are at? What level of piano playing ability is important to making music? I would say I'm okay. I'd say I am good at piano. Not great. Not anywhere near somebody like Haywire or Anomaly or any of those crazy ass fucking.
What's that guy's name?
Rob Arajo? I don't fucking know. That guy's insane. Shout out Rob. Isn't that the same phasey thing from Brain Melt? Probably. Okay, so those swells I think are still coming from the bass. So these are just a bunch of neuro basses that I spliced up together. That some of them I made, some of them I... No, actually I made all these, I think. Just chopped them up. That's a Blake sample. And then I have this. I mean, this is basically the same sound as the other one, it's just I think slightly different effects maybe. Virtual Riot kick. Shout out Virtual Riot. And then I have these little syncopated clicks for a little bit of swing. Cool. So let's see what we got going on here. I got this creaky ass web. Let me see how I made that. So there's the creaky web. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in. Yeah, it is automated reverb on the bass. That's how I create the swells. I would highly recommend automating your reverbs. Gives it much more control.
Show all your automation lanes. Is it messy? Are there a lot?
On the reverb? No, it's just the
in general
volume.
on everything.
No.
No, really?
No, I don't think so. Try to minimize the amount of reverb and automation. Alright, creaky web. So let's take that OTT off. Let's just sear him again. And I think the core of it is this distortion, which is set on the downsample setting. So that's what it really is. Oh, yeah. It's like downing. It's all coming from this Combs filter, otherwise it sounds like this.
The combs are so good.
Yeah, you get some pretty cool sounds out of that. And then OTT the shit out of that. And I think that's it. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we got the dub piano, which I showed earlier. That Phrygian. And then I have this bloop. Let me see how I made this bloop. So I think for this one I used the Bubbler plugin, which is a free granulator grain delay type situation. It's just the sound's a little bit nicer than the Ableton grain delay. Shit. Does Ableton have any advantages over FL Studio, or FL Studio does have them over Ableton? I've never used FL Studio, so don't know. When will the funeral for Uncle Joe be held? As soon as this album's done. Alright. So, what do we got here? We got well, we got a sine wave, but I have a fuck ton of distortion on it, so it just kind of sounds like a square wave. Plus the sawtooth running into it to kind of create this, I don't know, watery, distant sound. A little bit of white noise over the top. Now this is the cool thing. That's how we create that sort of grain delay effect. This one's really cool. You can vary up the octave automatically. Reverse the grains, change the grain size. There's a filter built in. It can get pretty damn crazy. Yeah. You get some pretty fucking cool stuff out of that. Plus the Valhalla. That's how I made that. Ah, damn. I had tickets to see John Hopkins play with a string quartet and pianist in October, but it got canceled because Rona. Fuck, dude. That sounds like a crazy ass concert. It sounds amazing. Alright. What?
Sticking together.
Some thigh sweat. Enjoy your freedom, guys. I'm self-isolating for another 11 days because I moved countries recently. Damn. Where'd you move to? More womps. Yep. And that's the whole track, fellas. Sick.
Lads.
Lads. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah. If there's any other things that you're curious about with regards to the track, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, we can move on to a good old roast of you guys. You know, back to my comfort zone. From UK to Romania. Shit. It's quite a ways. Quite a ways. Cool track, bro. Says Taco Bird. Taco Bird. Was there anything else I missed here? No. It says play it again. When you flatten your MIDI to audio, do you always normalize the volumes before mixing? Yes. The reason why I normalize is because it makes the waveforms nice and big and beautiful, and also totally fucks up all my relative volumes, which forces me to redo them. And the thing is, it ends up sounding better when I redo them because, you know, when I'm just doing the production session, it's just kind of, you know, it's super messy and disorganized, and I'm just kind of throwing up shit left and right. Whereas when I'm doing the volumes here, I'm doing it one by one methodically, and it ends up sounding way better second time around. How did I mix the kick and the bass in the beginning? Any tricks? I guess here's the kick. A big booty. One thing I noticed is that the kick kind of trailed out for a little too long, so I put this gate on it, and I raised the threshold. And you can actually control, using the gate, the ADSR of the kick, even if it's an audio, which is kind of neat. Neat little trick I found. I have a pretty heavy sidechain going from the kick to the bass, so, and actually literally everything has a super heavy sidechain on it, so kick comes through, you know, everything else gets out of the way, and it's pretty quick. How do I do that when bouncing all tracks? Well, if you go to hit File, Export Audio Video, you go to Render Track, all individual tracks, and then you just turn Normalize on, and it does it for you. But talk with sarcasm. Isn't that your character?
They want the character.
They want the character. Yeah. Well, I guess this is the life I chose. Okay. Not my cup of tea sounds nice, though. I went back sometime. Thank you, Tristan. Am I trying to be Dead Mal 5? No. No. Trying to be John Hopkins.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's about all I got for the track. Let's go ahead and maybe take the last 10, 15 minutes to roast some tracks. Not by me. So here we go. Let's hit it on the roast on. But shout out to everybody who pre-ordered the album. That's very, very kind of you. I really, really appreciate that. Y'all can do that if you want to support on my Bandcamp. It's just underbelly.bandcamp.com. Do donations on this stream go towards anything? It's a good question.
We're almost out of toilet paper.
Yeah, we're almost out of toilet paper, so I don't know if you guys could just Amazon us some.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that, please. I'm interested on how you made the neuro part from the other track. I mean, that's all the neuro shit is like, let's see here. If I go to Underbelly Live, which one flattened? Trying to find the visual now. No, my character is first and foremost mouth breathing. Thank you. Somebody finally understands. Let's see, I think it's this one. Might be wrong. Play some of Derek's screams from the closet he is locked in. Yeah, not a bad idea. So I'm just trying to pull up, I think, the neuro sound that I'm using here. Here it comes. Sounds like early GarageBand loops. Cool sound, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Let's see here. I/O. Why? All ins. So, why is this not playing?
Oh, but I don't know if you do want to talk or ask. We were looking into charities.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we're looking into charities for how to best support police reform in America, how to best increase police accountability, with all the shit that's going on. So, if you guys have any thoughts or suggestions on which charities are fighting for police accountability and reform, that would be cool. What's up, Dave? No, it's not really the right neuro, I don't think. That's the neuro that I'm using on the other track. And all the neuro techniques that I'm using here I stole from Copycat. So, shout out Copycat. Now, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see here. It might be this one. I think it's this one. Let me pull it up real quick. 8 can wait for reform. NAACP. I've heard mixed things about the NAACP. But yeah, for sure. Check both of those out. Cool. Alright. Let's try this one. 8 can't wait. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the neuro sound that I resampled for these little wumpuses at the end there. So, for example, all these. Those are all made with that.
Yeah.
Let's find out. So probably a couple of, well, actually no, only one thing. Alright, so we got this. Let me just turn all this shit off. Holy guacamole. That is a lot of effects. So I'm going to turn all 5 of these OTTs off. So the original sound sounds like this. And actually the frequency is not doing anything because the original sound, all it is, it's just oscillator A, which is a sine wave, oscillator B, which is a sawtooth, doing a little bit of FM from oscillator B into the A. But that's it. It's a very basic sound. Then I have a lot of effects. So let's go ahead and check those out. Turning all these off individually. Starting with the saturator, just cranks it. Then I have, hey, gee, thank you so much. Can I make some happy-go-lucky city pop? I think if you check out the track Eyeliner, that's some pretty happy-go-lucky shit that I made with Tyler Aaron Superstar. Alright, so cool. So we got that. That's beautiful. Then we have this auto filter, which is just a bandpass. So I think I have that mapped to the macro here. Sounds like this. And then I have this other auto filter, and actually this one, it has an LFO on it. Fortunately, you can't see it because for some reason the auto filter doesn't show it being moved by the LFO. But you can kind of hear it. It's kind of, the sound is sort of morphing a little bit.
I like to see it.
Yeah. And then I have that running through a vocoder. Kind of creates a sort of watery, talky sound. And then I have this mid overdrive thing. Boosts the mid range, distorts it a bit, warm fuzz. Doesn't really do that much. Convolution reverb on the ambiences and small rooms. Really creates this nice metallic-y texture. Chorus, widen up some more. OTT, squash the shit out of it. Color limiter, more distortion, dynamic range limiting. Another OTT, another OTT. What happens if we take these out? Yeah, I looked at Campaign 0. Some people said had misgivings about it, like they were trying to eradicate like police like catching people up for jaywalking or like loitering or fighting. And I don't know if they meant like just don't sort of arrest people for doing that, or reduce the amount of policing for that. I don't know. I mean, I don't want people to just fucking jaywalk and be able to fight whenever. But yeah, if that helps reduce.
Reduce what the fuck has been happening.
Right. Then that would be good. Cool. And yeah, that's about it. Limiter at the end, more compression for the sidechain, and that's the whole sound. Cool. Awesome. Well, sick. Looks like we're basically out of time, unfortunately. So I have another lesson soon, but thank you all so much for being here. It was a pleasure breaking down the track. And once again, if you haven't already checked it out, it's on my Spotify. It's called The Algorithm, and also on my Bandcamp. So, you know, this is really cool. Finally get to share this music with you all that I've been working on for such a long time, and it feels good. It feels good pushing it out into the world.
Do you have an album release date?
Oh shit. Well, I was thinking either July 6th, which is a Monday, 2 days before my birthday,
yeah,
or Friday. I don't know. Because I'm planning on doing like a live stream performance thing. Apparently, it's better to release at the beginning of the week because it's more likely to get on release radar. But maybe I'll just say fuck it to that. I don't know. Anyways, probably July 6th. So, peace out, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. Underbelly.bandcamp.com is the Bandcamp. So, peace out. Have a good one.